the show?
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Folks, the whispers of Hillary Clinton 2024 have started. The whispers. The whispers, folks. We're whispering here. This is from Chris Cillizza, everyone's favorite CNN a contributor. I don't know what he contributes, but in the immediate aftermath of the Supreme Court's monumental decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, conservative writer John Ellis took to the internet to make a provocative case. It was time for Hillary Clinton to make another political comeback. Now is her moment, he wrote. The Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade creates the opening for Hillary Clinton to get out of stealth mode and start down the path toward declaring her candidacy for the 2024 Democratic presidential nomination. Ellis's argument is centered around the ideas that, one, Joe Biden, who will be 82 shortly after the 2024 election, is simply too old to run again. And the Democratic bench is not terribly strong. He's not the only person eyeing a Clinton reemergence. Folks, I just want to come out here and say that if you held a gun to my head and forced me to choose between Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I might choose Hillary Clinton. If those are my choices, Joe Biden, 82-year-old taking a nap at the fucking desk, Joe Biden versus Hillary Clinton. I don't know, man. That's a really tough decision. But I think I'm leaning on Hillary Clinton. Now, obviously, I would want to have anyone else. But I'm just saying. I don't know, man. Is there an email? What? Oh, that's just some bullshit. Okay. Writing in the Hill newspaper, Democratic pundit Juan Williams makes the case that Clinton should become a major figure on the campaign trail this year. Democrats are already going to lose, but this would make it so much worse. Clinton is exactly the right person to put steel in the Democrats' spine and bring attention to the reality that Ultra MAGA, they're still saying Ultra MAGA? Oh, God. Republicans, as President Biden calls them, are tearing apart the nation, Williams writes, adding, keep talking and talk louder. Oh! So, just how far-fetched is the Clinton candidacy? Well, you know.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Well, start here. That a conservative writer is leading the charge, at least at the moment, for another presidential bid by Clinton should be looked at with some healthy skepticism. No candidate unites the Republican Party, even with Donald Trump as the GOP's likely nominee, like Clinton does. So this may be a bit of wishful thinking by Ellis. Keep that in mind. You don't say? You don't say. Then go to this. Biden is giving every indication that even at his advanced age, he is planning to run again. The New York Times posted a piece Monday night headlined, Biden irked by Democrats who won't take yes for an answer on 2024, that included these lines. Really? Okay, so Biden's actually, I didn't see this, facing intensifying skepticism about his capacity to run for re-election when he will be nearly 82. The president and his top aides have been stung by the question about his plans, irritated at what they see as a lack of respect from their party and the press, and determined to tamp down suggestions, blah, blah, blah. So basically, this is what happens, okay? So, everybody, and I guarantee you, even Joe Biden's aides that are so-called irked about this, I know that they're thinking in the back of their heads, everybody knows Joe Biden is a failure. I mean, like, it's just very obvious, it's clear. Joe Biden is a failure. He is a failed president. He's a failure. That, and also the fact that, let's just be honest, he's got lower approval ratings than Donald Trump did. Now, again, there's a lot more shit going on in the world now than 2018, maybe. But still, That's pretty fucked up. And we also have to understand that typically presidential primaries begin the day after the midterms. Typically, people will start saying like, "Oh yes, and I'm going to do." So, if people are going to be able to bully Biden out of running in 2024, it's got to happen soon. So, I just want to say, if Hillary Clinton wants to float her candidacy, I feel like she may be one of the only people that could successfully get like an open primary situation going. Bernie Sanders said he would not run if Joe Biden chooses to run. But if Hillary Clinton runs and Joe Biden runs, why wouldn't Bernie Sanders hop in that race? You know what I'm saying? So this is my thing. I'm in. If any efforts at all to bully Joe Biden into stepping down, I'm open to. I'm okay with that. So if Hillary Clinton, if people want to float her name, and if she wants to like, you know, hop in on the bandwagon, and it convinces Joe Biden to shut the fuck up and go away, hey, I'm just saying I'm okay with that. No, out of the question, Clinton said of another presidential candidacy in an interview with the Financial Times earlier this month. First of all, I expect Biden to run. He certainly intends to run. It would be very disruptive to challenge that. See, I mean, come on, Hillary. I'm with her. Am I right, people? In an interview with CBS Tuesday morning, Clinton said she couldn't imagine running again. Host Gayle King rightly noted that Clinton's answer wasn't a definitive no. It wasn't definitive. So if you are a better person, and of course there are odds on Hillary running again, I'm guessing for betting, the smart gamble is that Clinton doesn't run again. With all that said, we know the circumstances change. And the changing circumstances can lead to changed minds. While I find it utterly implausible that Clinton would run against Biden in a primary in 24, I also think that an open nomination, if Biden takes a pass on running, would be something that would be hard for Clinton to at least look at. If Clinton hops in the race, you know Bernie's going to hop in the race. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm totally down with Bernie versus Hillary again. Like, I don't mind. I don't care. Like, anything but Biden. I'm in this, like, camp right now that if Joe Biden is, like, there's multiple futures that we can imagine here. Right? One of them is where Joe Biden chooses to run and no one goes against him. That is the hell world. That is the hell world future. And then there's the Joe Biden wants to run again, but at least one other person doesn't take him seriously enough and then also declares their candidacy. Now, again, it might turn into like a Donald Trump in 2020 scenario where you had like that one guy like Joe Walsh and then you had like Bill Weld try to run in the primary and they got like -6 votes combined, right? It could turn into that. But in my opinion, if one person declares that they will go against Biden if Biden wants to run, that he's going to have to get through them, I feel like it opens the way for more and more people to jump in on that. Personally, I think Joe Biden is a failure. I think he's a horrible president. I feel like he's garbage. I do. And like the idea that he could paralyze the Democratic Party up until like 2027, that's horrifying. I'm going to be honest. That's fucking scary. But also, what's even scarier is the prospect of him losing to a Republican, which, in my opinion, at this point in time, provided that they don't get anything else passed, which, let's be honest, if Republicans win in the midterms, they're not getting anything else passed. So, assuming they get nothing else passed, you know, Joe Biden's already said he doesn't believe in executive orders. He doesn't believe in any of that shit. He doesn't care about using his own power in the executive branch. He doesn't give a shit. So, all this information tells me we're fucked. So hey, if people want to draft Hillary Clinton to go up against Joe Biden, and that's like what breaks the dam, and then everyone starts running and it's an open primary, or like Joe Biden decides not to, I'm in. I'll take the help, any help we can get to get Joe Biden to not fucking run again. Because that's going to be the best case scenario for the party. It's going to be the best case scenario for the country. It's going to be the best case scenario for pretty much everyone involved if Joe Biden doesn't run again. But anyway, so Chris Cillizza, the Whispers, they are starting, folks. They're starting. So hopefully Hillary Clinton over the last, 8 years has figured out who invented Pokemon Go. And hopefully,
I don't know who created Pokemon Go,
we can get them to go to the polls.
but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Legendary clip. Legendary.